When I was developing the 12 songs for the 12 string project, this is a song that I kept coming back to and thinking about and then pushing aside. There is a big 12 string presence in the middle of the song. But just because a chicken walks through a bowl of water doesn't make it chicken soup. However, when I went back and listened to the song again to see whether or not it might be something that I really should use for the project, I realized that most of the leads are on 12-string electric, so the song is virtually a celebration of the 12-string. I'm going to go into fairly extensive detail on how to pull together those different leads after I present the song to you, and I'll also have a fairly extensive voice lesson at the end of this video too. It's just a great song for the 12-string project, and I think in performance this will probably be the introductory song for the program. So here is Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run. Stuck inside these four walls, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again like you. Get out of here, if we ever get out of here. Well, the rain exploded with a mighty crash as we fell into the sun. And the first one said to the second one there, I hope you're having fun. Band on the run, band on the run. For the jailer man, the sailor said, searching everyone for the band on the run, band on the run. Band on the run, band on the run. to settle down. And the town is searching for us everywhere, but we never will be found. Band on the run, band on the run. Well, the county judge who held the grudge will search forevermore for the band on the run, band on the run, band on the run, band on the run. Band on the Run breaks into three general sections. There's the introductory section, which is fairly long. There's the If I Ever Get Out of Here section, and then there's the Band on the Run section. So breaking it into those sections, you've got the opening lead for the introductory section, which starts on the 14th fret of the G string. That is a D major 7. Now you can play a D major 7 down here. The way that I'm playing it is just convenient for me. I'm leaving the D and the E strings open and playing the sixth fret on the G string and the 7th fret on the B string. Then coming up here, this is a little synthesizer line. And this part starts on the 12th fret of the G string. I'm going to call that an E minor. It's actually an E minor 7 because I'm leaving the D strings and E strings open again. And throughout most of the section, I'll leave the D string and E string open and let them ring. So if you were playing a full E minor chord up here and just pulled out everything except the parts that are on the B string and the G string, that would be the E minor that I'm playing. And again, that's just a little synthesizer line. And then it just repeats what we just did. Then it goes... And again, starting on the 12th fret of the G string. Now that's an E minor up to a G minor. But again, if you were playing the G minor like this, as a full bar chord, which would be difficult to do in this position, but, or rather here, but you just play those two notes of it. So the 12th fret of the G string and the 11th fret of the B string, and leave the D and E open. That gives you a nice dissonance that actually sounds like that's the chord that Denny Lane is using in the song. That's pretty much the introductory section. You should be able to get the rest of it from there. The next section is If I Ever Get Out of Here. And that starts with an open... There's a lot of the open A string in this section. So you've got the A, and then you're playing an E on the D string. And then you're up here on the 5th fret of the G string, and it's the G string that's going to walk down. So that's just a C, B. And then you do the same chord form up here, leaving the A string open. You got the 4th fret of the D string and the 7th fret of the G string. Now, I'm going to call this a B minor, but I'm not really trying to play that note. I'm just holding it down in case the pick happens to hit that string so I don't get a bad note. But this is really what I'm after, is the open A, the open D, and then the 4th fret of the G string. And that's E, G, A. So that should give you that section. Right at the end of that section, if we ever get out of here, if we ever get out of here. That's not exactly what's in the song, but it's something that's convenient to do that sounds good on the 12 string. So it'll take the place of whatever leads happen to be happening during that section of the song. Then you've got the transition into the Band on the Run section. So there's this big transition that goes... So the way that goes is it starts on G, G, A, C, D, E, G, and then it'll play the D and C chords. I come up here and start playing on this part of the neck during that section of the song is to create the illusion that I've gone from a full band to just a single guitar, when in reality I've gone from just a single guitar to just a single guitar. But I want to create that, that kind of illusion, and so I'm using that softer sound that I get up here to help me create that illusion. And I play up here for a little bit, but after a while I come to the band on the run section. So this section right here is just C and F major 7. And when I come to the band on the run section, by that time I've kind of slowly crept back down around the sound hole where I'm going to need to be at the more responsive part of the string when I get to playing some leads in this section. So the section band on the run is G, E minor, C, G, E minor, A minor. And that's pretty much all the chords in the band on the run section. I'm going to address the leads in this section. You get into, after the first time that you make the band on the run, after the first time you do that statement of the song, then you'll come to the second time you come through, it has this nice little lead. And that's on the G string. It starts on the 5th fret. Second fret of the G string. And over to the D string. Then it's got this little lead. To fill that out with chords, I'm playing the F chord up here, which is like the root position D chord. C, F sharp major 7th. And then there's one final lead at the end where the kind of judge. And I'll play that very slowly so you can see it. It starts on the 5th fret of the G string. Who held a grudge. Something in there. The lead guitar is not doing what I'm doing, so I'm just putting something in there to fill it. And it just happens to be this. But you can put something different in there if you want to listen to the song and pick up some more of the actual lead guitar work. The reason that I'm not really sweating what the actual lead guitar is doing in that section is because I'm having to keep the chords going as well. So I'm doing what's convenient to play along with the chord section. So that's pretty much band on the run. Let me talk a little bit about singing it, because this song re-taught me a lesson that I've learned several times, and I'll probably have to learn several times again. I have a really big voice, and it's very easy for me to fall into the temptation of over-singing. And pretty much any singer who has a big voice is going to succumb to that temptation sooner or later. And you have to just dial it back and sing easy and just relax. Don't try to sing operatically. Trust your falsetto, touch it gently, and try to blend the falsetto with the chest voice as much as possible. That's kind of called sottovoce, where you and one of the ways that I help to try to unify my range is by working from the chest voice to the falsetto and blending the two ranges together, so that you don't hear a break from my chest voice to my falsetto. So it actually sounds like a unified range, and it doesn't sound like suddenly I'm singing falsetto, suddenly I'm singing in chest voice. And the exercise that I use to try to do that is just a vocal glissando up and down. And as much as possible, I'll keep doing that, and especially when my voice is tired, I'll do that to try to reunify my range, so that there's a nice gradual handoff from the chest voice to the falsetto, so that I'm blending the two parts of my voice together, so that you don't really hear a different voice. It all sounds like one voice. That's with a song that is as much in the break range as this is. That's a really important technique to be able to do. And for most popular music, you're going to find a lot of popular music that's in a high register for you. And if you can blend your falsetto with your chest voice, it's going to make it sound a lot better. So I hope you keep tuned in to my channel and visit me at www.robertbrucescott.com. I need to write one more song and select one more song to learn for the 12 songs for the 12-string project. And at the moment, I don't have a clue what those are going to be.